We heard yesterday in the main auditorium that last year was a record year for fundraisings by commingled fund vehicles. That last year, I forget the number, but I think it might have been $100 billion was raised, which matched the highest level of 2007 or something like that. And we also heard yesterday that there was a massive increase. 50% of that money raised for commingled vehicles was from North America, whereas North American investors typically represented a third of investors in commingled vehicles. So you put those two facts together and you can conclude that it's North American investors that are driving the big push into funds, and that is, I think, the real driver of what we're seeing at the moment in Spain. I must admit I have limited exposure to Far Eastern and Asian investors, and I'm not sure if they're coming to Spain yet. You'll know better because you're presumably receiving them and giving them, showing them deals. But I think the majority of the interest is North American.
Nicole,
can I quickly add? Over the past couple of years, so many people have tried to understand what's happening in Spain ever since the crisis started out, and I've seen people from, apart from Russia, I think I've seen people from, I don't know how many different, at least from the other continents, passing by our offices to see, where there is a deal that can be made. So also Americans, but Chinese people, Southern American people, so they're all interested in Spain, but not just now. I mean, the interest has been there, and now the money is finally flowing. That's what I would say. But Mikel, exactly. But you're far better in position to talk about that.
I said earlier, it's definitely happening, and you're right. The Asian equity and Asian investors are not that connected and familiar with the market. I mean, the cultural and the linkage with the South American is clear, and not only the language, but all those things are making it easier for them to learn and to invest. The Asians are taking longer. They've been active in 2013. My bet is that this year is going to be active, but not as maybe the US. You're perfectly right. I don't have the right figures on my head or the exact figures, but out of the 5 billion euros last year were transacted, the total volume in Spain of commercial real estate, almost 2 billion were US, and 1.2, 1.3 were Europeans, and almost 800 were South American. So you're right, the North Americans are by far the leaders and the ones that are pushing harder in terms of Spain.